Oi, it's Lady Flo. Good morning, beauties. Okay, all my mamas in the group, all the mamas, all the dads, anyone who's ever gone through birth or has friends or family members, cousins, sisters, besties who have gone through birth, which is pretty sure we all know somebody who has. Okay, we all know about epidurals, right? You are not gonna believe what I found. All right, now everyone thought it was weird that this catheter, it just doesn't fit. Like when you hear about normal, this is going to blow your mind, okay? I'm trying not to laugh. This is hard. So we all know about epidurals, and the fact that even if you get an epidural, most people are going to still feel it, right? I know a lot of girls have had epidurals, and they still felt like a level of discomfort that they were like, like you see in the movies, almost. So you still feel something. And a lot of people were like, their eyebrow was raised when Gyp was like, oh no, I was totally comfortable. In fact, I almost slept through the entire labor. It was amazing. And a lot of people looked at this catheter story and were like, what WTF is up with the catheter? Like, if you're having a normal pregnancy, doctors are not worried about you peeing on the baby. I mean, not to get too am I about fluids and stuff, but doctors are not going to care. A lot of women have accidents when they give birth. I actually Googled it. It's very normal for women to even, have number two, not to get graphic, but during labor, it's very normal. And, it's a normal part of life. You're pushing, right? There's pressure. You're giving birth to a baby. It's quite enormous. It's a miracle, really. Doctors are not worried about that. So when Gyp went out there, anyone who doesn't know, Gyp went out there and she said, well, I had a catheter put in because doctors are worried I was going to pee on the baby. That's BS. You know what I found? So most women get an epidural. But remember Gyp when she was younger, it was said that in her clinic out of office appointments where they would do procedures that typical children could handle, but Gyp was really sensitive. They would try to change a tube or try to do something that normal kids endure, and she wasn't able to. So then they would have to sedate her to do it. She didn't have a tolerance for discomfort. So here's what I found. Gyp probably got a catheter for extra pain relief on top of the epidural so that she wouldn't have to feel anything during labor. So catheters can be used for additional analgesic purposes. Did anybody know that? I had no idea. I feel like I know a lot about these kind of things because I've had a lot of friends that have gone through it. Literally no idea that catheters would be used as an additional pain reliever for child labor. So if you get an epidural, but you want to make sure that you don't feel anything during the vaginal part, you would get a catheter, or you can if your doctor allows it, which I don't think is normal for most people. But you could get an additional catheter put in that they provide numbing medication to so that you don't feel anything. This is why it wasn't because a doctor was worried about, urine. Doctors don't care about that. And here's the thing, a lot of people with AIDS and HIV can request the catheter because birthing for them might be more painful than normal. But we know that Gyp doesn't have HIV, right? So it's likely that if she was given a catheter, it was literally because she requested additional pain relief and probably was like, I'm not going through with this unless I have the extra relief. So how weird is that? So catheters can be used as additional pain relief, and with an epidural and an analgesic catheter with numbing medication added, you would not feel anything. So, if Gyp can get this special treatment, can all the ladies in the world raise their hand and get this too? This could be the end of ever having to feel the birth of labor. How many women want that? Raise your hand if you do, put it in the comments. I feel like if Gyp has access to this, everyone should have access to this, and everyone should know about it. All right, that's all I have for you for now. Ciao.